What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about the Dianoga. It's that freaky little eyeball monster that popped up in the trash compactor, but there's actually a ton of lore behind this creature, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Their technical classification is that of a non-sentient cephalopod. Cephalopods that we have here on Earth include squid, octopus, and nautilus. As you can see, there's way more to this creature than just that eye, and a Dianoga's height and width could range anywhere from 3 to 10 meters, or 10 to 32 feet. That means that there are some Dianoga in the galaxy that were as tall as a 3-story building. They all have the same red skin color, and they originally come from the planet Vodran. As you might expect, their home world was a murky, humid, and mostly swampy kind of planet that was found out in Hutt space. The Hutts actually discovered this creature long before the creation of the Galactic Republic. These big green slugs like to hunt the Dianogans, and they started to notice a pretty weird thing about their coloring. When the creature couldn't find a meal, the Dianogan's body would become transparent, but they also noticed that a Dianogan would always reflect the color of whatever food they had just eaten. With increased travel to the planet Vodran, Dianogans eventually found ways to smuggle themselves on board these ships. This was most likely done through microscopic larvae, or eggs, being attached to materials that were harvested from the planet, and then these Dianogans grew up on these ships, usually always making their way to the trash compactor. This was done because the Dianogan was most comfortable in water, but with that creepy periscoping eye, it was able to hunt other critters, or even the crew, of whatever ship it happened to be stowing away on. Because of this, Dianogans had a nickname across the galaxy, like garbage squids, sewage squids, or trash monsters. The second stage of the Dianogans' plan to take over the galaxy occurred when these ships would empty out the contents of their garbage compactors into the sewers of larger cities. As you might imagine, Coruscant had a huge problem with this, and it said that a lot of residents experienced smaller Dianoga that would be seen crawling out of their toilets. At the height of the Dianoga attacks, in the year 22 BBY, 25 residents in the Desrini district said that they were attacked and nearly killed by a larger version of the Dianoga, and they were lucky to escape with their lives, because remember, these guys each have a terrifying mouthful of these razor-sharp teeth, something that was like a demonic version of an octopus beak. Some residents had tolerated their existence, because in a way, Dianoga actually cleaned up the sewers and helped to get rid of natural waste products, something kind of useful on a planet with billions upon billions of toilets. But after they attacked these people, the Dianoga kinda overstayed their welcome, and people started to try and kill them on sight. But the only problem was that even if there was only one Dianoga alive, they could asexually reproduce, being classified as self-fertilizing hermaphrodites, something that's actually pretty common in a lot of worms, snails, and slugs. But the only Dianoga that ever came close to affecting the course of galactic history was the one that tried to eat Luke when they were trapped inside of the Death Star's trash compactor. Even when the trash compactor's walls activated, it didn't fear dying, because it could burrow itself into a gap in the wall, making sure that it didn't get crushed. Later, that same farm boy would come back with an entire armada of X-Wings, intent on delivering vengeance to the monster that tried to eat him. And then a couple years after this, Dash Rendar would run into a sewer full of these monsters, hiding out under Prince Xizor's palace. The Dianoga he fought were the ones that were fully grown and up to 10 meters long. And when Kyle Katarn was trying to locate Moff Rebus, he too ran into Dianoga in the sewers, and that's the last time we actually ever see a Dianoga. Well, that's it for its history, but you definitely want to hear these cool facts and behind the scenes stuff. In the 4th draft of A New Hope, the creature is referred to as a Dianogu, and George Lucas said that he was underwhelmed by the effect that the Dianoga had on screen, as he always thought it would be something that was way bigger and terrifying. And I kinda saved the most disturbing fact about these creatures for last, and that is that a lot of people across the galaxy actually enjoyed to eat Dianoga. Their flesh was often used for making Dianoga pie, and some people would take out their spleens in order to make Dianoga tea. Very experienced chefs in fine restaurants would often make a tasty breakfast that consisted of little grilled Dianoga. It's important to remember that these creatures will literally eat anything living or dead, and will even sift through feces in order to find any organic material that it could still eat. Well, on that note, that's it for the Dianoga. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and be sure to leave a comment down below if I missed any cool facts, or if you have a suggestion for future videos. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at MetaNerdsLore, so you can see us build Star Wars props and cosplays, along with some other cool Star Wars stuff. If you want to help support this channel, check out the description below for our Amazon store and our Patreon. And be sure to subscribe, because we're making videos like this every single day. But more important than all that, remember, there are better ways to get your revenge on a cephalopod than by destroying an entire moon-sized base, and the Force will be with you. Always.